Well, the Fold 4 is here. Ta-da! This guy. Here to talk about it. So there are some things I like about it, some things I don't like about it. The thing with this one really is it's more about optimization, power and performance increases, and streamlining the experience. Now, you probably think that, well, the Fold 3 already had a pretty streamlined experience, and that's true. The Fold 3 is a very good phone, and I hate to hurt anyone's feelings. I mean, I don't. I like to tell it to you straight. If I were not a reviewer, I would not buy this phone if I had the Fold 3 already, because the Fold 3, I don't feel like there's enough significant improvements with the Fold 4 to merit spending a minimum $1,000 if you're trading in your Fold 3, because that's what they're giving me. However, I am a tech reviewer, and I'm also an addict to phones, so I probably would have bought it anyway. But I mean, reasonable me would not recommend it. But anyway, got that out of the way. There's some things here. It's beautiful. It's nice. I love the color. I actually really like this case. I think that this case is one of the best things that they came up with this go around, and it's neat because you can actually pop this part off that holds the S Pen, and you can pop this other partition in if you decide to get this case, which I got it with my free Samsung credit that I was able to get for reserving it. And then you've got the stand. So there's some pretty cool stuff there. And if you're watching this before the 26th, you too can have that opportunity by clicking the link in the description. If you want to buy one, it'll take you. You can go with the Z Fold 4. You can still get the $200 of Samsung credit, which you can apply towards a lot of things. And if you don't go through the link and you just go through Samsung or Best Buy or whatever, they don't have that offer. That was a reservation offer previously. So until the 26th, you can do that. $200 credit. If you get like the earbuds as well, you can get up to $300. You could decide to go ahead and get the watch, which I didn't get because I'm not a big fan of the watch, but I use it towards this super handy S Pen case, and I also got this super fast charger. Didn't cost me anything. That's the virtue. So I'm gonna leave that one there. I like the case. I got the blue-gray color, which they've got the beige color and they've got the traditional black color. I do kind of like the green on my Fold 3, but this one, it looks nice. Like, it's a really sharp looking phone. You got the updated camera stuff on the back. You got the new 50 megapixel camera. I've been using this phone probably about 5 hours now. I got my SIM card in there. I mean, 5 hours straight. Basically, since I took this out of the box, I've been using it nonstop. Running Android 12L, which is actually nice. It's got some nice software functions and features in here that you're going to find. Got the fingerprint sensor still on the side. When you go in here, one nice thing, multitasking. When you open up an app, you get the multitasking bar, almost like a computer down here. And if you press and hold, you can drag it up here to the right, up here to the left. You can drag it here or put it right in the center, and it will open up on its own. Ta-da! You can run two things at once. So you can be running two active apps. You've got, like, let's say Twitter over here. You've got the internet over here. If you want to open up the camera, you can pull that down here in the corner. Of course, we don't want location tags on. So you can do a lot of stuff at once. That's the beauty of Android 12L. Of course, you could do a lot of this with Android 12 already, One UI 4 on the Fold 3, but they've made it easier. And easier is better because I never really felt like the way you needed to go about adding apps and setting stuff up to use multiple windows at once. I didn't think it was all that great. This is way better, and it makes it feel more like a desktop and computer experience. They're really going in the right way. Of course, you've also still got Dex, so you can use Dex with it as well, which is super nice. You've got this big, beautiful screen, and it's pretty much the same as last year. It feels sharper, though. And I was talking to my wife. I have my background on here. My background is the same on the Fold 3 and the Fold 4, but we were both looking at it, and it feels sharper. I don't know why, but it seems sharper, and maybe it's a placebo effect, but it does seem better. Now, also what's better is the crease here on the screen is not nearly as bad as it is on the Fold 3. That's a nicety. When I looked at it in isolation by itself, I went to Best Buy. I said, you know what, this doesn't look like it's that much improved. But when you get them home and look at them side by side, there's definitely a difference. It's more shallow, it's more rounded as it goes in and out of the crease. So that's nice. That means you're going to have less disruption when you're using like the S Pen and moving it across the screen. So that's a nicety. The exterior display, it is slightly shorter, slightly wider, and you can tell. You can definitely tell a difference when you put them side by side. I think that's good. It's still not wide enough. It needs to be wider, especially when you're trying to type on this thing. And one thing that I really regret that they didn't do, they didn't add the S Pen support for the front, because then it would be very easy to precisely glide type on that keyboard, which you can't do. I also recommend using Gboard. I'm not a big fan of the Samsung keyboard. The Gboard seems to work better, especially with the typing prediction, with the glide typing, with the auto correction. The Samsung keyboard's not that great. I do not like it, so I use Gboard. One other improvement is the under display camera over here. It is not nearly as visible, so that's a good thing. It's less disruptive. Some people said it was really distracting before. Once you use the phone, you really don't pay attention to it at all. It's there, you can see it, but it's not that big of a deal. It's definitely more camouflage. They did a better job with that. Basically, the pixels they had that would cover it, they're like half the size now, so it's not as blocky and as obvious. Speakers are solid. I was listening to it. The sound on this is really good. It really fills a space. I had it on the table. I was listening to something while I was eating some cereal and doing some research on stuff. Speakers are a real treat. The cameras are improved. I'm going to have to do a review on this later. I have not had enough time to do that, so I don't want to be like, oh yeah, the cameras are so great. There are some improvements in the camera department. And then, of course, you can do facial recognition if you want. You've got the fingerprint sensor over here on the side. It's very much just like the Fold 3. It's got a smaller hinge, which is also nice. And yeah, IPX8. It's still got 25 watt charging. It's got IPX8. It's still got 25 watt charging, which is really peculiar to me. But you can get 0 to 50% in a 30-minute charge. And there's no charging brick in the box, which, of course, is still very, very irritating. They took away the screen protector on the outside. So all the previous folds, they had a screen protector on the outside. Not anymore. That irks me. One reason that irks me is because this is really expensive. You want to keep it protected. It has Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on the front and the back and all over the place. It's aluminum frame. It's very well built. But the problem with these later versions of Gorilla Glass and Victus Plus, they're very prone to getting micro abrasions. So you could have something as small as like, a dense fiber that might actually put a small, tiny little scratch in the screen. It's just something that drives me crazy. So I've already ordered a screen protector. I don't have one to recommend right now. I will, but at this point in time, I don't have one to recommend to you. But definitely, you're going to need one. Definitely going to need one. Glass one, film style, whatever you want. Now, the other thing with this case, I'm not crazy about. It does have one of these plastic borders that goes on the front. It's got the little sticky strips and all that stuff. I don't have a screen protector on here yet. I'm not putting it on there because it's going to make it really hard to install a screen protector with that plastic frame in place. So if you order one of these cases, I would say hold off, install a screen protector, then put that little barrier on the top of it. But I am very worried about it for now. I will be taking the utmost care of this over the next 2 days till I can get one. Beautiful screen. Battery life, I haven't been able to test it yet. I mean, I would be really remiss to actually talk about battery life right now. It's not appropriate. This is the first day installing stuff, setting it up. After about 5 to 7 days, then I'll have some commentary on it. I am a little disappointed, though. They only have the same size battery, 4,400 milliamps. That's not very good because it needs more. It needed more on the previous versions. It definitely needs more now. Yes, it has the Snapdragon 8 Plus Generation 1, which is a more power-efficient processor. However, when it's running at full throttle, it's still going to burn up the battery. And I was reading some reports and looking at some stuff, and yes, in day-to-day stuff, it has better battery life. In some light gaming and some things, it mostly has the same or better battery life. The Fold 3 actually has better battery life for high-powered games. Yes. So if you're running a high-powered 3D rendered game, the Fold 3 actually has better battery life than the Fold 4. So if you're going to use this for intense gaming, you're actually going to get worse off battery than you got last time. And this is one of those things. When they make these more powerful processors, that's great. But a tendency is if they have a more powerful processor, here's the thing. They're able to do more with less power, and it seems like it's running faster or better, which is good. But when you're running full throttle, yeah, you're still going to be burning up the battery, and that's the problem. So if you're going to do gaming, probably keep an eye on that. It's still not going to get amazing battery life, probably about 4 hours max screen on time. But are you really playing 4 hours of screen on time games on your Fold? That's another question. Who knows? However, taking a look at it with the charging, still 25 watts, yeah, it needs faster charging. I don't know why they couldn't at least put 45 or 35 watt charging in here, 33 watt charging, anything like that, anything better than 25, right? Has wireless charging, reverse wireless charging. There's a lot of good things here. If you don't have a Fold, if you have a Fold 2 or a Fold 1, this is a great pickup, especially since Samsung is giving $1,000 trading credit for a Fold 2. That's the same as they're giving for a Fold 3. So if you decide you want to make that jump, there's been a lot of changes. I love the S Pen. There are enough improvements here. Definitely I could say Fold 2 to Fold 4. Fold 3 to Fold 4, as I've been using this and I will continue to use this, I'm pretty stuck in my ways that if I weren't a complete tech addict and if I weren't a tech reviewer, I would stick with the Fold 3. Like if I could make myself stick to that. The experience is mostly the same. And there's not enough substantial stuff, I think, to justify paying $1,000 a second year in a row trading in your Fold 3. The Fold 3 is a very, very good phone. And I've been using it for the last year, and mine has held up really, really well. So I feel pretty comfortable with that. This is not like the Flip 4, where basically you could trade it in at the beginning of the get-go and get $900 trading credit for a $999 phone and basically get the Flip 4, which I have right here, for $100. I mean, that's a great deal. That deal's gone. You can still get pretty good trading credit, but you don't get that good with this. You get $1,000, so that means you're paying $799 plus tax out of pocket. Not really a Fold 3 to Fold 4 jump, but if you want to, go for it. If that's what you want to do, that's probably what I would do because I can't control myself when it comes to making these purchases. But I mean, I have a tech channel, so it actually helps as an outlet to, talk about these things. It's nice, it's pretty, it's shiny, it's the latest kid on the block. It just came out. Again, I've got links in the description if you still want to get some of that Samsung credit. If you decide to buy one, you can put it towards stuff towards the watch, towards the earbuds, towards cases, chargers, whatever you want. It's free money. Now, after the 26th, once this thing launches, that pre-order deal is gone. Those links, they're not going to give you an extra $200, but that's an exclusive thing right now. So if you're still on the fence about it, try it out. So that's all I've got. I'm going to wrap this one up. If you have any questions or comments, please go down to the comment section. I will get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you like the full content, then I'm going to make more videos, of course. So what you want to do is hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.